Torp here. So let me get this straight. Let me straighten you out. I just got an email today from DoorDash, right? And the email was to let me know that the completion rate now has to be, as of 12/6, it has to be 90%, or to stay active on the platform. I got a little bit of cotton mouth. I'm towards the end of my shift, and it's very dry here. So here's the deal. 90% completion rate to stay active on the platform as of 12/6. They're going to reset your completion rate numbers, is what they're saying. Okay. I know why they're doing it. We all know why they're doing it. It's obvious why they're doing it. I don't have to explain this because I know nobody new is watching. I'm not that guy. But here's my problem with it. If you're going to say that the 90% is to stay active, then you better really keep it true about the acceptance rate, because everybody's just going to go down. The best way to avoid a bullshit order that is going to get you jacked up and you're going to lose more money by taking it than you would have by running a fucking 325 for 10 miles. Because at least you could have got that one done. This one you can't get done because, as you guys know, you're standing there waiting, all kinds of problems, unresponsive customers. One item out of 10 for a shop and delivers all that's available, and the customer's already pissed off about it, and you got to hand it to them. You've already seen the instructions, all that stuff. So you can be deactivated if you're at 90% run into one of those. Now, where it gets weird for me is that I've never, ever been below, not once have I been below 95%. As a matter of fact, for over a year, I carried 100. It's not that hard to do. What I'm getting at is the new drivers that do come on the platform, because I don't know about your all's app, but mine's constantly asking me to $400 to refer a friend. They have no drivers. They're losing their drivers left and right. Or the drivers have got smart, even the ones that have been doing it for 2 weeks, and say, I can't sustain this because they don't know what they're doing. So I'm assuming that they're going to drop it down to 50% AR for Top Dasher. I mean, I've heard about this. I've seen this on a couple of channels. I don't know if there's any truth to it. An email means nothing to me. I can show you mine. Those things are so easy to edit. I mean, you can make anything look real, so I don't pay attention. As soon as I get my inbox from DoorDash, then I'll believe it. But do you guys really think that they're going to do that? Make Top Dasher at 50%? Because here's why I'm kind of glad this happened. I'm at 35, and they're throwing me some decent orders. And I'm like, I wasn't ever going to go to 70% again. Not ever. No way. I kept it for the summer, and that's all I wanted it for, to keep that schedule. Or dash anytime. So I'm like, what? If you all say it's got to be 70% acceptance rate and the completion rate's got to be 90, basically you're just forcing us. You're forcing us now. This is no longer independent contracting. This has now become a job without benefits. That's the only reason I like this. In my opinion, it is independent contracting until they squeeze you from both ends. And right now, if that's what's going to happen, if they're not going to lower Top Dasher to 50% and then make Diamond programs start at like 20, this is a job. This is why I left the W2 world, because they kept on squeezing us to save money on their end, which I get. They got to save money, but at my expense, I can go somewhere else. And I know that they're looking for drivers because I'm constantly getting these notifications now. Refer a friend for $400, but when you read the fine print, nobody's going to be your friend after they fucking complete what DoorDash wants them to complete for you to get your $400. There's no way. There is no way a new driver. Part of that is you got to go to downtown Cincinnati and complete the orders there. And since I'm like 8 miles from downtown Cincinnati, the algorithm thinks I'm in Cincinnati, I guess. Nobody's going to go downtown Cincinnati and complete that. I think it's 200 orders. I'll look at it again, but I think it said 200 orders for the $400. They have to complete that. Like, I want to refer a new driver. They ain't never done this before. Tell them to go downtown Cincinnati and complete 200 orders without any one-star dings, No contract violations, none of that stuff. With all the stuff that they got on the app right now, it makes it so difficult that even a good driver sometimes is like, because I got new things on mine now constantly. Just today. Oh my God, the stuff you gotta do to complete an order now. I mean, it must be worse than I thought out there. It must be so fucking bad now. I mean, it looks to me like all the new drivers are dropping off to the wrong locations. Now I'm gonna go somewhere with that. I want you guys to pay attention in class to this, because I've always kind of assumed this, but now I know it's true. I see drivers all the time that are foreigners, have a foreign background. They either don't speak English or not well. They speak a different language, and they're not very good at driving. You can tell that the way they parked, the way they took off, they're not really good at driving. So my point is, I get to customers now all the time, and the instructions, the special instructions, will say stuff like, don't leave in front of the building. It literally would say, open door, come in, second apartment on the left downstairs. People are actually leaving at door, literally too hard. Like, they're leaving it at the front of an apartment complex building. One lady said to me that her package was left at the dumpster. And I saw that when I pulled up. I was like, there's a dumpster right next to the front. They just left it right there. They don't understand. And the interpretations, I noticed that DoorDash is now putting out this thing where I'm getting it, at least, especially in the text, it says, this will be translated in English first. On the translating, you guys know what translation's like. Man, you really got to read between the lines when you translate something, because it still doesn't make all the sense. The wording is different. They're having big problems is what it is. And I think that we're going to be suffering the consequences of that. Only the experienced drivers are going to survive this, if we can survive this. And what I mean by that is, I know a lot of you out there like the multi-app. I like the multi-app, not to the level that you guys do. But I know there's a lot of you out there that dirty app as well. Controversial. I'm not getting into that because I haven't done it. I'm not doing that only because I take this a little bit more serious. I'm not out there to say, I don't care if I get deactivated. It's funny. I mean, let's see if I can get away with it. I'm not a dashing trader. I don't do shit like that. That's not my game. My game is, this is serious because the money spends real. I get the money every day or earlier. So that's real to me. Why would I want to fuck that up to make an extra $40 for that day every once in a while? Because of the dirty apping is only possible when it makes sense. That's not every order. That's not every ding notification, every push. I don't mess with it. I keep my shit as straight as I can. So, I don't know what you guys seen this email yet, but when I saw that, I was like, 90%? Are they trying to get people to go to Uber? Because I'm on Uber, but my market, it's about half as popular as DoorDash is. Maybe half. So, there you go. Anyway, I just thought I'd shoot that out there. Torp out.